Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome to Saturday morning. Where are you this time of the day, night? Where are you? What are you eating? What are you drinking? I got me some of my blood orange San Pellegrino water. And I have me that hot, spicy Harney and Sons tea. And I'm not hungry. And what about you guys? What are you doing? Guys, please like, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 15,000, guys. 15,000. Can you help me get there? I'd really appreciate it. We're not a cult. If you don't like us, we don't make you stay. We don't even serve you Kool-Aid. And we don't bite unless you ask us to. And then we bite carefully. Guys, Gypsy Rose has pissed me off. So just so you know, it came out that apparently Gypsy Rose was behind the firing of Nina. My Nina! Nina, the beauty influencer. The woman that I go to for all of my beauty needs. The woman that I always say hello to on Morbid's panel. Somebody that I really, really like, that content creator. How dare you, Gypsy? How dare you mess with somebody's income? How dare you think that's funny, Bree? And why Nina?
She has been a pioneer when it comes to exposing Gypsy Rose, and she has been on the front lines. What many of you do not know is the fact that she actually lost her job due to her involvement in speaking out on Gypsy Rose. So I reached out to Nina and I asked her if she would be willing to talk to me briefly, just to put the story out there because a lot of people want to know the details. So what you're about to hear is that conversation. I apologize for the audio. I was doing this from my phone, so it is what it is. But here's my conversation with Flawless Nina. So I'd like to welcome Flawless Nina to this little video that I'm making. I appreciate her taking the time. There's certain questions that I'm bringing up in this video, and a lot of people don't know that Nina was actually fired from her job as a result of Gypsy Rose. It's something that's not really talked about that much, and I think people kind of want to have further insight on it. So I'd like to thank you for taking the time to answer some questions.
Thank you for having me. But it has been a wild ride, and basically I worked for a cosmetic company, and I was a liaison between the brand and the retailer. We were in several retailers, and they called a particular retailer. And when they called that retailer complained to my job. And of course, because that's a retailer that the brand is in, they have to appease the retailer. So they had to let me go. Basically, they were saying that I was bullying Gypsy Rose online.
Wow. And who do you, when you say, like, who do you think it was that, if that's something you want to speak on? Who do you think
it was Bree, and she said she was Gypsy Rose's cousin.
Wow.
And I didn't initially know they were the reason why at first, because they told me it was misconduct. And I wasn't sure, but honestly, I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. And, you know, it's crazy because you could tell they didn't want to let me go. Like, my boss was really sad when she told me. But, you know, I had already been creating content. I was already making good money. So I kind of was like, okay, I'll be fine. It's fine. But I found out later, after one of the people from my job said it, but I thought it was a lie. Really, to be honest with you, until Bree was on live and said, I got Nina fired from her job.
Wow.
That's when I realized, no, it really was. This wasn't just someone saying this.
Wow.
And I hadn't made it public at all. I really kept it under wraps.
Why'd you go after Nina? She's not... Did you think that Nina was going to, like, roll over? What are you, stupid? Are you stupid? Seriously? And then she didn't say anything to anybody, but now that she has let it be known, man, I hope she sues you for everything you got. Nina, whatever you need, Toddy One Skip is here for you, Nina. Toddy One Skip is here for you, Nina, because I like you, Nina. I don't think you bullshit. I don't think you tell untruths. I think you are a good, compassionate person, and I enjoy your content, and I like you as a person, Nina, even though I only know you this way. So, Bree and Gypsy, I will do anything in my power to help Nina. You don't know who I am. You don't know how deep my tentacles go into the judicial system and such. Guys, I wanted to show you a silhouette of two mismatched souls just looking for something to bridge the separation between them. And the more that we see them comment, the more we realize this is a show. There is no love here from the both of them. There is maybe some hot sex, but there is no love. You know how I know that? Because I was in the same situation as Ken. Exactly. Hey, Ken, you and I, we got something in common. We both fell for inmates. However, I didn't fall for somebody who unalived their mom. I just fell for somebody who had a drug problem. And you know what? I can understand you giving them space when they are getting released from incarceration, but not while they're there in incarceration. You tend to be there for them while they're in incarceration. You tend to be that rock for them. So it's like right before they leave, you might want to say to them, hey, babe, how about if you just we'll continue dating and stuff, but you live here, I'll live there. You just get accustomed to where you're at and all the changes that happened in the 8.5 years that you've been incarcerated. I'll be here for you. We're going to date and everything, but I think it's a little too quick for us to be moving in with each other. We'll even stay engaged if there was an engagement. We'll stay engaged, babe, but let's get accustomed to us as a couple and to you outside in the real world. Not, I'm going to leave you 2 years before you get out. What the hell? I'm going to leave you 2 years with yourself before you get out. Because like a month ago, I don't know why that wasn't a good idea. I don't know why it's a good idea now to just let you be in here all by yourself for another 2 years before you can possibly get out on parole. Oh, yes, I do. There's somebody else that I want to be with. See, that's what happened with Ken. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. You don't let somebody stay 2 more years in jail or prison to let them figure things out. They've just spent 6 years in prison trying to figure things out. Why would you let them be 2 years on their own? It doesn't make any sense. So Gypsy, in all despair, she didn't want to live with Rod. She didn't want to live with Christy. She didn't want to go by rules. She wanted to do things on her own, and she wanted to get Ken back. Like she wanted to hurt Ken. So she just went for Ryan. And she figured, I can manipulate this guy because I'm his trophy wife. You know how I know I'm his trophy wife? Because he told me I'm his trophy wife. He has told me that I am the best thing that's ever happened. And you did, Ryan. You did. You gave the girl all your cards and she played them against you. And that's what you did, Ryan. And you had a really sweet job and you had a really good address. And that's what Gypsy needed. The only thing, I don't know if Ken was in on this. If he knew that he wasn't going to be a good address. As a bartender, he wasn't going to be a good address. He didn't know what was going to be when you got out. He didn't know that you would already have a job as an influencer, shit influencer, but as a content creator, as, I don't know, as somebody who is making bank on unaliving their mom and lying to society. That's what you did. You didn't know that you had a career in that, Gypsy, until you got out. And when you realized, oh, fuck, I don't need money from anybody. Ken, you can live off of me. Ryan, skedaddle. And then she gets on a stupid talk show and she acts like somebody who she's never been, like she's all articulate and that she knows how to speak to people and express herself with her hands. And you get this type of Gypsy Rose, this brand new Gypsy Rose, who doesn't exist.
Gypsy, we kind of watched you go back and forth with Ryan on social media.
Mm-hmm.
At what point were you like, I'm done with this, I've got to stop?
I'm still going through the divorce, which will be finalized sometime this month. I mean, honestly, I have been trying to have a very civil conversation.
If you were to blow on her, you would see the real Gypsy Rose appear. The one who's all gangster, who says things like, Nina, you're a little panini pressed. Or, he wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. Or, I'll squeeze your eyes in the back of your head. No, you get somebody like this, who's going to make you feel stupid. Because this Gypsy, she doesn't exist. This Gypsy is just for show. She's for show. When you spend time with her, you know this Gypsy doesn't exist, right?
I really just wanted to have that, closure, that one conversation that kind of closed everything up. And we had that. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm in a place of higher healing and an elevated healing than he is right now.
I really cannot stand phonies. I just cannot stand phonies. And Gypsy's a phony. Gypsy's in a higher place of healing now, only wanting to have the one conversation. Yo, you're in a higher place of healing because you never cared about the guy, because you knew the ending before the beginning. And Ryan didn't. Ryan went into it with his heart. You went into it with your manipulative mind. So don't talk about a higher place of healing, because you, Gypsy Rose, will never get to a higher place of healing, because you are the devil. You are, take the D away from devil. That's what you are. Can you say it out loud? Oh no, Gypsy Rose. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. It does piss me off that Nina lost her job. Granted and fine, I think Nina this was probably a blessing in disguise. But Nina, don't let these people get away with that. And seriously, hit me up if I can help you with anything. Hit me up. Gypsy, you know how many people are going to be there watching you fall? And when you look up, asking for help, you better duck, because people are going to start throwing shit at you. Ken, run for your life. Pay child custody if it's your kid. Listen, Ken, take your kid, if it's your kid, and raise that kid with your mom. Give that kid a fighting chance. Gypsy, your mom's going to come back for you. Mark my words. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. It's getting to the point that if I saw Gypsy Rose in the street, I'd probably punch her in the face, to be honest with you. I can't stand fake. I can't stand phony. Just come out with the fact that you got away with what you got away with and that you are the friggin' devil. And wear that proudly, Gypsy. Because that's who you are. And Ken, you're just a MORON. Because you see it. And you sold your kid for it. And that's what you did. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Please like, subscribe, and share. Tell me what you think in the comments. Was I a little hard? A little too hard this time? It's the way I feel, guys. There's no pullback no more. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always, always be kind. Take care, guys. Thanks.